Dude. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Tsunade living through Sakura. Sad, man. Like, ugh. Oh. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Oh, welcome back. Today we're going to be getting back into Shippuden episodes 23 and 24. Hope you all are having a really good day and a really good week. It's I'm in the thick of it, y'all. Still in the thick of it. I'm ready for a break from this move. That's for damn sure. Man, life's just chaotic right now, y'all. But we still get into these videos, though. Of course, gotta get to the videos still. But I've been having fun, moving things around and trying to get it set up. I need to get like magnets. These are like, I don't know if any of y'all have used like display before. Those are display posters, so I need to get magnets to actually put them up. So once I get those up, I think it'll look pretty good. And then I was thinking like, you guys can probably see I have like little lights underneath it, but they don't really shine super high up. So I was thinking I need to get some other light that like dissipates the light more. So, but I got this little light behind me, which is pretty cool. I had that one at my old place though, so it's nothing new. But yeah, man, I just want to get everything in place. I need the control. I need it. Let's go ahead and recap the character names from last time. We gave MVP to Lady Chio again. She was pretty vital once again, and just seeing her skill set and moves, like using the puppet jutsu on Sakura, I thought that was really unique and cool. And then for the best moment, we gave that to Sasori, and the reveal that he was the one who killed the Third Kazekage and is using his body as a puppet. How dark is that? Sasori, #1 dark character. Well, I don't know, man. He's comparable to Orochimaru in some ways. Maybe that's why they paired them up. They're like both pretty damn sadistic. I think with that being said, we can go ahead and get started here. If y'all do enjoy these reactions, consider dropping a like, subscribing. Check out the Patreon. We're around 4 weeks ahead there if you want uncut reactions, early access. We appreciate any support, but appreciate y'all just being here to watch with me. Let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Oh yeah, the Iron Sands. I wonder if he can just like shape it into like weapons and stuff.
かつての資格の所有者が用いた術を応用して3代目が自ら開発した術でのあらゆる形状に砂鉄を変化させ状況に応じて
Of course.
影は練り込んだチャクラを磁力に変えることができる
That's cool.
同じようにあの傀儡もチャクラを磁力に変えることができるようじゃ。
三代目風影自身の肉体を使ったとはいえ、あれがただの人形であることに変わりはないでしょう。どうして人形にチャクラが？
いや、生身の人体から作った一傀儡。
Does it like retain some level of chakra?
普通の傀儡人形とは根本的に違う。一傀儡はサソリにしか作れない。そしてそれは生前のチャクラを宿したままに作られるのじゃ。そしてそれによって生前のそのものの術を扱うことができる。
Now imagine using that with Sharingan or something.
傀儡の最大の利点でもあるのじゃ。
Although I guess maybe you couldn't see with the Sharingan, but it's probably more about having the jutsu techniques. Man, Lady Chio is a real one.
あれが出た以上、お前では無理じゃ。
遅いんだよ。砂鉄しぐれ。
まずい。
Dude, oh my gosh. It's like a machine gun. Pop, 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 pop. Huh. Lady Chio's got more tricks up her sleeve.
少しはいじってるじゃねえか。チャクラの盾とはな、俺が遊んでた頃よりはグレードアップしてるようだが。
Damn, she's tired already though. Dude. This is creepy. Man, I wonder what his parents were like. Very curious. Oh, is it like seeping into the... Yeah.
身動きが。
この術は防ぐんじゃなくかわさないとダメだって知ってんだろ。小娘を逃がすだけで手一杯だったか。そいつの体中に砂鉄を潜り込ませた。こっちに三代目の磁力がある以上、もうそいつはダメだぜ。
I could just completely control its movements, or
今度
I'm
は
assuming you
二
can
人
just
を狙
like blow it up from the inside.
確実に仕留めるため殺傷能力重視の形状にしてな。
Man, being a puppet master this way gives you so many like potential techniques you could use if you just keep making a bunch of different puppets. Like different jutsu techniques.
二度と逃がしはしない。一つの傀儡じゃ二人いっぺんにはガードできないぞ。どうするババア。
Baba.
どっちが死ぬ。
What a, had to come in, had to come in. Another trick up her sleeve.
腕とはいえ、己の体のからくりか。
Ooh, what the fuck?
傀儡使いという人種同士、考えることも同じだな。
Dang, dude. Yeah, but it's inside of it now too.
昔のまま年を取っておらぬ。そうか、そういうことか。
砂鉄が入り込んだらもう終わりだ。傀儡も尽きた。どうする千代ば。
Alright, about to get some context, please. Let's go. When she was a young Ba-chong. The Naruto run away.
バカな。おのれ、この葉の白い牙め。
Okay, I kind of forgot about this connection. But that just killed her son, right? What about the mom? Here comes the damn cat. Come here, buddy. You can watch some Shippuden with me, but you can't get in the way. There's the loneliness. So his mother must have died too then.
サソリ。
千代ばあ様、帰りにお菓子を買ってくださいね。
ああ、そうじゃな。
Man, he looks so similar to Gara, man.
Chio-ba-sama.
我が家に代々伝わる傀儡の術じゃ。覚えてみようとは思わん。
Okay, so he's gonna learn it at this point.
教えてもらえるの？
では、一緒に来るがいい。
What a mistake to teach him. Obviously, she wouldn't know at the time that it would turn out to be quite evil.
ここに並ぶのは砂隠れの里で作られた傀儡の試作品や失敗作じゃ。
Someone's that look a bit like Crow. But he made Crow too, right? So he probably develops from these ones.
ここにあるものは自由に使うがよい。自分の傀儡を作ってみよ。
And he makes his parents. This damn cat's back. Oosh, you're quite distracted. Aw.
これは
But he didn't make them out of his actual parents' body, obviously, so okay. Oh, I mean, that's what I assume since he wouldn't have access to their bodies. He just made them look just like them. Sad, man. Like, ugh. Cool. It's why that she did that to herself too. The heck?
わしともあろうものが。さてこの状況、どうしたものか。
I feel bad for her, man. It didn't even seem like she like necessarily neglected him or anything. Like she seemed like she was being a good
Sakura,
grandmother and trying to take care of him, but couldn't replace the parents. I mean, never can, right?
どうして早くしろ、言ったであろう。あれはお前では無理じゃ。わしがなんとか食い止めているうちに逃げるのじゃ。
She ain't gonna run.
逃げる。
She's about to punch the shit out of him.
私一人で。いや、何かあるはず。今の私にも何かできることが。
She used that super strength. Or that super brain of yours.
今の私にできること、それは千代ばあ様。
Bro, this cat's getting into
私を
everything.
使ってください。それは千代ばあ様の傀儡になって戦うことぐらい。生身の私を使えば砂鉄で動きを封じることはできません。
Pretty savage.
片腕じゃ。さっきほどのサポートはできんぞ。
大丈夫です。確かに私には傀儡みたいに立派な武器は仕込んでありませんが、師匠譲りの負けん気が嫌というほど仕込んでありますから。
Let's go. Tsunade living through Sakura.
三代目の能力は磁力じゃ。よって鉄や鋼でできた武器は効かぬ。
上等。素手で戦うのも師匠譲りです。
またそれか。くだらない。
Dang. Oh my god. Ooh. And the cat's
まだ
back.
まだこれから。
Nice, Sakura. Good stuff. Ushi. Ushi, you're crazy. He's always up in all the biz. If you want to say hi to YouTube, you can. Buddy boy. Man, I think I'm always gonna really enjoy watching Sakura just punch the shit out of things like Tsunade. Yeah, man, the fire in her eyes too, they're glowing. Man, I think like the little like iron sand wings on the back of the puppet, or the third Kazekage, is so cool. I really like the way they made the sand look, or the iron sand. Dang, that's so cool. Just hit it so hard it went through the freaking surface. Man, they're gonna cave this place in. Yeah, he's a little annoyed with her.
Sakura!
Yeah, I'm getting nervous for this cavern.
どうやらさくらたちの当たりかららしいが、確認する手段はないし、無線ももう届かない。こりゃ本気で急がないとな。
くそ、ただ追っかけてるだけじゃ拉致が開かねってばよ。加賀先生、遅えぞ。のんびりしてたら奴を見失っちまう。
奴の次のターゲットはナルト。お前だ。お前を振り切ってまで逃げたりはしないよ。
だったら早いとこ奴を止める方法考えてくれよ。
心配するな。いくつか作戦は考えてある。
We need
そのために
Kakashi's intelligent mind here.
なの待ってらんねってばよ。俺はとっととガーラを助けてんだ。
どんな作戦か知らねえが、人中力が単細胞で助かったら準備ができないように引っかき回してやる。オイラのスピードについてこられるかな。
くそ、待ちやがれ。
待て、ナルト。
Just work with Kakashi.
仕方ない。あれでさっさと済ませるか。
It's weird seeing another version of a guy that's like not making crazy noises and facial expressions. Not a single blow has landed in this altercation, at least. They just can read each other's minds. It's like a dance. I don't know why that looks funny to me. Yeah, it's still crazy that the other ones, like the clones of them or whatever, don't get tired.
みんな、今の音聞こえたか？
ああ、よく聞こえている。
敵のアジトから聞こえてるみたいだけど。
That was cool. It's always fun watching Rock Lee fight.
この音は一体何が起こってんでしょうか。
And Byakugan is so freaking cool, man.
凄まじい勢いで崩壊している。
さくらたちがやったのか、それともやられたのか。
これはどちらとも言えない。両者互角の戦いをしている。
Dang, dude. Okay. Keeping up with a member of the Akatsuki, her and Chio.
さすがです、さくらさん。
Damn, goosebumps. I'm so happy that Sakura's like grown this much already, man. I'm loving her character in Shippuden.
小娘のくせに大した怪力だ。
Dang, dude. All the areas
サソリ
massacred.
の攻撃パターンを見切り始めている。わしの補助なしでも十分やれるほどじゃ。
Whoa, interesting.
の娘とは
Okay. So, like, Sakura herself is
大した
almost,
娘だ。
I wouldn't say as strong as an Akatsuki member, but, like, can keep up with one at least. Damn, dude. I want to see him, like, make, like, a giant scythe or something out of the Iron Sand, like a huge weapon.
綱手のやつ、いい弟子を持っとるの。
いいか
Ooh, some flashbacks? Let's go.
って攻撃能力は二の次だ。どうしてだかわかるの？
はい、医療忍者はタイのサポート役。攻撃よりも仲間の戦闘支援、医療活動の能力を第一と考えます。
違う。第一は相手の攻撃に対する回避能力だ。
回避能力。
医療忍者は 絶対に敵の攻撃を食らってはならない。
それはどうして？
Max evasiveness. Can't heal yourself. Maybe? Can you heal yourself?
医療忍者が死んだら誰が隊員を治療する？これからお前を本気で攻撃する。私の攻撃をすべてかわす修行だ。手は抜かぬ。
Man, getting trained by the Hokage. That's so dope.
これからお前を本気で攻撃する。私の攻撃をすべてかわす修行だ。手は抜かぬ。準備はいいか？
はい。
This would be terrifying. Imagine Tsunade coming at you.
手をつぶるな。
Yeah.
敵を
You deserve that punch.
何事だ。相手の動きをよく見ろ。攻撃前、攻撃中、攻撃後、こんな些細な動きも見逃す。
Can't afford to lose your focus.
耳にしたこともあるだろう。人にはそれぞれ利き手、利き足、癖、さまざまな理由によって行動時に一定のパターンが生じる。上中忍クラスになるとそのパターンを敵に悟られぬよう修行してその癖を減らしていくのだ。完全に消し去れるものでもない。前にとって時にそれは敵の弱点と映るはずだ。
敵の弱点。
その弱点を少しでも早く見つけろ。これがお前の
Dang, dude, this is so cool. Look at the confidence in her eyes now. The determination.
10社の指が動く。指につけたチャクライトによって傀儡を操ってるんだから。
That's actually a good point.
それが傀儡使いの弱
You
点。
really can kind of, yeah, it's a huge weakness of a puppet master. You get more telegraphing of their moves or when they're gonna make a move.
いや腕の動きのパターンでサソリの攻撃方向も読め始めてきた。
よく見てやがる。このままじゃ時間を食う。多少のチャクラを使うのはやむを得ん。あれで仕留めるか。
Has he not used any chakra?
砂鉄解放。
範囲が広い。
Yeah, this seems way stronger of a use of the iron sand. To have a bunch of like little spikes that expand off each other, the versus one big giant one or two giant ones. Oh shit. God, I hate his little smirk, man.
Sakura! Sakura, 大丈夫か?
I mean, considering she's in pretty good shape.
よく聞け、さくら。まず奴に近づき、傀儡を叩き壊す。お前の怪力でな。ただし、仕込みからくりの攻撃は全てかわさなくてはならん。全てを完璧にしゃ。かすることすら許されぬ。
毒ですね。
Oh shit, so she's gotten a scratch now.
かすり傷さえ致命傷になる。
So she's not doing great. Sick one, Josh.
毒を。
だから言ったろ。それだけじゃないってな。
仮砂鉄に毒を染み込ませてあったか。
Oh shit. But she's got the antidotes.
見てきたな。
Is she gonna trick him, hopefully?
に体がしびれて動かなくなる。放っておけば3日は持つが、そんなつもりはない。
Now, this time you intend on actually ending it.
終わりだ、小娘。
Oh, let's fucking go, Sakura. That is sick. Oh, it's gonna end there, bro. Dude, what a sick ending, though. Man, Sakura, good move. She definitely had to use like the antidote or something, right? Totally baited him, debated him. Good shit, man. Bravo, Sakura. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about these episodes for a little bit here. Love seeing more of Sasori, and especially going up against Sakura, man. Man, Sakura's character is just growing and growing so much. In some ways, it's almost like nice that her character was somewhat useless in OG Naruto, because at this point we get to see so much more of her character and like having these growth opportunities. You know, she didn't have the mentor like Naruto and Kakashi and Sasuke had. Like, they kind of both had Kakashi, especially Sasuke with Kakashi, and then Naruto with Jiraiya, of course. So it's fun seeing how like Tsunade has impacted her, and we see it a couple times in this episode with you know, kind of her talking about how she's I forgot the word they used specifically, but like brave or bold, like her master Tsunade, and you can see how Lady Chiyo reacts to that, and like just how impressed she is by it. And even more so, I really loved like the flashback, especially. I love how you know, seeing the moments in the training where Tsunade is kind of like mentoring her and talking about you know, not shutting your eyes no matter what it is. You know, whether you're getting attacked or you're defending, whatever it is, you have to read your opponent. You have to be focused. You have such a big duty as the medical ninja. Like, you can't be slacking, right? If you go, then the support for everyone else goes. So I really love that moment of Tsunade like coming at her and being so blunt with her, and be like, why are you shutting your eyes? Like, no shinobi should do that, but especially you gotta read the movements of your enemy. And then we see obviously that come into play here with her reading Sasori really well, and like actually, you know, not really needing Lady Chiyo as much to control her to read his movements, but to, you know, be reading it with every time he moves his finger. You know, it's actually a big weakness of puppet masters, if you can see kind of their movements preamblary as a precursor to you know, their attacks. You can kind of get the leg up on them, and you see that here. And then ultimately, of course, her last move there, destroying the doll, the third Kazekage doll, freaking insane. So cool, man. I love that moment. Let's talk a little bit more of the like information we got on some of the puppet jutsu, and how there's some variation between like regular puppets that are made, like Sasori's mother and father, which I guess is more of a reveal, because from last episode I kind of thought that Sasori had made his parents into literal puppets like he did with the third Kazekage and the other one that we've seen. But it's pretty much confirmed here that the parents were just regular puppets that he made as his first puppets, which makes it really sad. You know, maybe he wasn't quite as dark and cynical back then. But then, we get that contrasted to the real life puppet, or like they call it a human puppet, which is more like the scorpion one. I'm already forgetting about the name of it. The original form of Sasori and the third Kazekage. And the important part here is that, you know, you can maintain the chakra of the original holder, the original human, and have access to their jutsu techniques, like we see with the third Kazekage here. I guess if you, like, after you kill them, if you probably like clean them and make them into a puppet, you can keep their chakra and jutsu techniques in place. And we've kind of had some discussion about that with, like, I don't know, like Sharingan. Like, you know, obviously Kakashi has Sharingan, one eye that, you know, may have been taken from another body or something. You know, nothing's been confirmed there, but he's not in Uchiha. And then we also get that with, like, I think when they first described the Anbu Ops back in Shippuden, in OG Naruto, they talked about how they try to dispose of the bodies to hide, like, the secrets. Or with Neji's clan, right? You know, there's a lot of, I guess, you know, you can steal people's powers or abilities in various ways in this world if you can kind of like dissect their body or utilize their body like Sasori does here. So I thought that was really interesting. And it's also pretty cool that, you know, we get a little context that the third Kazekage developed this jutsu technique through some unique ability in his body, but he, you know, kind of modeled it after one of the past Shukaku users' jutsu. So maybe one of the past Shukaku users was like the first one to use kind of like, I guess maybe what Gaara might use with like the sand, and maybe like he combined that with the magnetism that he can use with iron, like, you know, putting a bunch of iron into his sand or wherever he holds it to actually have like some variation to it. But I did also want to like talk about Sasori's flashback a little bit, because I do think it adds a little humanity to his character, and it really does connect with a lot of the themes of Naruto that we've had up until this point. You know, we see, I guess both his parents died. I don't know if it was both by White Fang, like Kakashi's father. I think that was his father, right? But, you know, either way, you see the impact it has on him right away. He's all of a sudden very alone, and you see that scene where he's looking at the kid who's fallen and his parents are supporting him. You can see the pain in his eyes, sadness in his eyes, the worry from Chiyo. And lo and behold, the first dolls he makes represent his parents. You know, not represent, they are literal replacements of his parents, it seems. You know, Chiyo sees them for the first time, you know, cuddling with him in bed like his parents used to. And then I think the saddest thing is when he is hugging, you know, making them hug him with the puppet jutsu, and he's like, you can tell he's like happy and feels safe for a moment, but then the jutsu technique, I guess, like just stops, or, you know, he lets it go of it, and then both of them just crash down lifeless and broken. And I really like that kind of, I guess, that context for his character. Definitely from last episodes, I was thinking, man, this guy was sadistic from day one. Kind of a psychopath. But maybe, you know, there's a little bit more just to his pain, kind of like Gaara had experienced, and he obviously hasn't overcome that pain, and instead has, you know, really leaned into the whole puppet master thing. So pretty interesting stuff there, and cool to see some more of his like humanity in his character back when he was a kid, at least. Now, one of the smaller things that I thought was really interesting was when Lady Chiyo blocks one of the iron sand attacks with the shield of her puppet arm. So one of her arms, I guess, is actually a puppet part, and she has like a chakra shield. And Sasori is surprised by that, but his response from it is, he says, as fellow puppet masters, it seems that we think the same way. And then it makes Lady Chiyo have an internal flashback to when she first saw Sasori and saw him all young, and when she was so shocked by why he hadn't aged at all. And then it flashbacks to real time, and she says, oh, now I understand. And we don't get any answer, but it makes me very, very intrigued on what Lady Chiyo has realized. To me, that's kind of hinting at the fact that Sasori has replaced his body with puppet parts, or has like made his own body into those human puppets over time. You know, he would have to have done that with at least his face or his head. I don't know how that would work if you did with your head. Like, you know, it's very different, obviously, than what he did to the Kazekage. There has to be something unique to it in itself if he did it to himself. I would imagine slightly different than how he's described, how he's like killed his opponents and drained their blood and cleaned them and all these things before taking them over as human puppets. Imagine there has to be something a bit different, but it seems like a hint. And he also said something else. Yeah, I think like after her arm comes off, or her puppet arm, he says, the world's best puppet master is just a human without the puppets, which almost to me seems like he's pointing to the fact that, like, even though, you know, he might be, I'd imagine he's the best puppet master in the world at this time, at least as far as we know, but it's almost like he's implying that, like, you have to take it a step further as a puppet master. You have to become the puppet. Without them, you're just another human. So it's kind of like he's given all of his, I don't know, life force and energy into being a puppet, or he's just all about them puppets. He's about them puppets. But I don't know. I'm very curious on like how he's actually maintained his youth, and I'm starting to think that it might be more along the lines that he's like kind of turned himself into a puppet in some way, which wouldn't be, I guess, as far-fetched now that, you know, we've seen his true body revealed and his age, but also like the fact that we used to, or like from an audience's perspective, I mean, y'all all know, but for me, when I first saw his form when they're going to capture Gaara, you know, that was a story to me. I had no clue that he would be a puppet or something like that. So who knows, man? All right, let's go ahead and get to the character ratings here. A little bit easier this time, in my opinion. I'm going to give MVP and Best Moment to Sakura. I just really like the flashbacks and just seeing so much growth in her character throughout Shippuden. It's been so early, but I think it makes a lot of sense with how great of a character Tsunade has been and was in OG Naruto. She was by far, I think, the deepest character in Naruto. I mean, maybe you could say Sasuke as well, but I don't know. I always loved Tsunai's character a lot, and I think through Tsunai's character, the author has done a really good job of growing Sakura and seeing her determination grow and her courage grow, her thinking grow, her analytical ability. Like, I don't know. It's just really cool to see her character evolve in such a short amount of time from one series to the other. And then the best moment specifically, it's got to be when she just freaking massacres the third Kazekage puppet. I'm curious if that puppet's done for, because if so, that's a huge loss for Sasori. I guess we'll see his reaction, but if, you know, he can't like repair a human puppet, you know, like I don't know like where the line is drawn between being completely broken versus not, but especially for a human puppet. I feel like with a regular puppet it's a little bit different, but I don't know. I'm really curious because that could be extremely clutch. It's probably one of his strongest puppets that he has, if that's the case. If he can't like repair it and whatnot. So I thought that part was epic. Obviously took some creative thinking from Sakura. You know, she either used the antidote or faked the injuries. I don't know. We'll see. I'm leaning towards she just used the antidote right away, or like I don't know, used it ahead of time so she would have like antibodies or something like that. So really, really well done from Sakura. And then for the funniest moment, once again, pretty serious episodes. I mean, I could give it to like Guy and stuff because of a little bit of the quirky animation that was going on back and forth, but I'm not gonna make fun of this show's animation. You know, they only got so much budget here. Not everything can be the sickest animation, and we got lots of good animation in this episode, so I won't critique it too hard here. But yeah, I think that'll do for these episodes. Appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. A lot of fun, man. I can see how some people were saying like Shippuden's a bit slower in this arc and stuff at this point, I guess, like with how this is getting drawn out a bit. But it's still so good, man. Like, it's just fun seeing Katsuki members and Sakura's growth, our character's growth. What I'm waiting for, though, is I want to see freaking Naruto fight one of the Akatsuki and see his full growth that we've seen. You know, we've seen some of it with Giant Rasengan, but I don't think we've seen like a true Naruto popping off kind of moment. So waiting for that. But yeah, if y'all enjoy this one, drop a like, comment, all the good stuff. Appreciate any support. And yeah, have a good one, y'all. Peace.